You will need 2 blocks and a strap. Have them next to your yoga mat for later in the practice. Come to standing mountain pose. Step your feet to about hip width apart and spread the toes. Interlace your fingers and rotate the palms toward the sky as you stretch your arms overhead. Lift the heels, rolling onto the balls of your feet as you squeeze the glutes and the calves. Keep the arms aligned next to the ears and keep your breath flowing. Gaze at a spot on the floor in front of you to help you balance. Keep breathing and relax the shoulders. Exhale, return the heels to the mat and release your arms down at your sides. From mountain pose, grab a block for our next posture. Step your feet to a straddle position and turn the right toes forward, the left toes to the long edge of the mat. Place your block on the tallest height next to your right foot. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sides, and exhale, tilt the hips to the right as you place your right hand on the block for triangle pose. Lift the left hand toward the sky as you gaze up beyond the fingers. Keep your body in one plane by tucking the right hip under you. Feel length through the sides of the body and take a few deep breaths. Inhale, rise back up, and exhale, relax the arms. Now turn your right toes toward the long edge of the mat and your left toes toward the short edge. Bring your block over to the other side on the outside of your left foot. Inhale, raise the arms, and exhale, tilt the hips to the left, placing your left hand on the block and raising your right arm toward the sky in triangle pose. Gaze up beyond your fingers as you breathe. Tuck the left hip under your body and lengthen the left ribs away from the hips. One more breath in triangle pose. And rise up to standing. Release the arms. Step forward back to mountain pose at the top of your mat. Place your block to the side of your mat. Interlace your fingers, standing tall, and bend the right knee toward the chest, wrapping your hands over the knee. Begin to twist to your right, bringing your left hand on top of the knee and slowly reaching your right hand behind you. Keep your gaze toward the floor for better balance. Squeeze the abdominal muscles to help you twist. Steady the breath. And inhale, slowly return to center. Exhale, release the right foot to the mat. Interlace the fingers once again, and bend the left knee toward the chest, wrapping your hands over the knee. Begin to twist to the left, bringing your right hand on the knee, slowly reaching your left arm behind you. Keep your gaze down and slowly turn your head to the left. Squeeze your abdominal muscles. Slow down your breath. Keep squeezing the abdominal muscles. Inhale, return to center. And exhale, release the left foot down. From standing mountain pose, step your left foot back a comfortable distance. Bring the left heel down with the toes turned out slightly. The right toes should point forward, and the hips should be squared toward the front of the mat. Inhale and reach the arms overhead. Exhale, tilt at the hips to forward fold over your right leg. If your hands don't comfortably reach the mat, grab blocks and place one block under each palm. Line the blocks up directly under your shoulders and lengthen your spine. Make sure the hips are still square toward the front of the mat. The right and left hip are even across. Press the left heel down toward the mat and relax your toes. From here, exhale and begin to bend the right knee, lining the right knee up over the right ankle. Step the left toes back slightly and lift the back heel. Press into your feet and rise up to a high lunge position, sweeping the arms overhead. Exhale to deepen into your lunge. Make sure the right knee is lined up over the ankle and the left heel is lifted. Press your feet away from each other on the mat for better balance. Focus on your breath. Exhale. Step the left foot forward back to mountain pose. Now step the right foot back a comfortable distance, turning the right toes out slightly and lowering the right heel to the mat. Stand up tall and make sure your hips are even across, square toward the front of the mat. Inhale, raise the arms, And exhale, hinge forward, placing your hands on the mat or on the blocks as you forward fold over the left leg. Inhale to lengthen out through the spine. And exhale to re-square the hips, drawing the left hip back slightly. Anchor the right heel to the mat and relax the toes. Slow down your breath. Exhale and begin to bend the left knee over the ankle. Step the right foot farther back, lifting the right heel. Press into the feet and rise up to a high lunge position, sweeping the arms overhead. Exhale as you sink a little deeper into your lunge, making sure the left knee is lined up over the left ankle. Drop your shoulders down away from the ears and press your feet away from each other on the mat for better balance. Exhale and release your hands all the way down to the floor. Bend the right knee down to the mat and step your left foot back, left knee next to the right. Bring your blocks off to the side of the mat and line your wrists up under shoulders, your knees under the hips. From hands and knees, begin to bend the elbows, lowering the chest toward the mat and keeping the hips lifted. Bring your chin to the floor. Inhale, lower onto your belly, and exhale, press into the hands, raising your heart up to a high cobra, gazing up. Exhale and roll back down to your belly. Press your hands into the mat, bringing yourself to hands and knees. Tuck the toes and exhale, lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Elongate your spine and anchor your heels to the mat. From downward facing dog, lower your hips into plank pose, shoulders lined up over the wrists. Rotate onto the outside edge of your right foot, coming to side plank. Lift your left arm to the sky, making sure that your right wrist is lined up under your right shoulder. Lift the hips, engaging your abdominal muscles. Inhale, return to center plank, and exhale, bring the knees to the mat and the hips to heels in child's pose. Take a few relaxing breaths in child's pose. Let your forehead relax onto the mat. Let your hips sink toward the heels. Inhale, and come back up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, lifting the knees off the ground for plank pose. Rotate onto the outside edge of the left foot, Coming to side plank. Lift the right arm toward the sky and make sure the left wrist is aligned under the shoulder. Use your abdominal muscles to lift the hips high. Exhale, return to center plank. Bring the knees to the mat and set the hips on the heels in child's pose. Relax here in child's pose. Let your forehead rest on the ground and feel your low back relax. Take a few mindful breaths, expanding the belly against your thighs as you breathe. From child's pose, rise up to a kneeling position. Bring your knees together and spread your feet wider than the hips. Begin to sit the hips back between the heels for hero's pose, keeping the knees touching. If this is uncomfortable for your knees, grab a block and place it under your sitting bones. Squeeze the outside edges of the block with your heels and sit back so the hips are supported with the block. Now interlace your fingers and extend your arms overhead, turning the palms to face the sky. Reach your arms up by the ears and drop the shoulders down. Relax your hips and thighs and breathe slowly and steadily. Feel the support of the block under your hips as you relax a little more. Exhale, release the arms and release the hands back to the lap. Close your eyes and take a few more mindful breaths sitting in hero's pose. From hero's pose, open your eyes and walk yourself forward to hands and knees. Remove the block from between your ankles and set it off to the side. Bend your elbows and lower yourself onto your belly. Tuck the chin so the forehead rests on the mat, and bring your hands back by your hips, resting the tops of the feet on the floor. Inhale and raise your head, stretching your arms forward, palms facing down. Bend the right knee in the air and reach back to grab the foot with your right hand. Exhale and begin to kick the right foot into the hand as you lift the left arm and leg in the air. Keep pressing the foot against your hand as you raise the heart off the floor. Lift the right knee as high as you can. And exhale, release everything back to the mat, stretching your right arm forward. Take a couple breaths into your belly, lying here in the prone position. Inhale and raise your head. Bend the left knee and reach back with the left hand to grab your foot. Exhale and kick the left foot into your hand, lifting the right arm and leg into the air. Gaze forward as you lift your heart off the mat and breathe into the belly. Keep pressing the left foot into your hand to lift higher. And exhale, lower everything back to the floor. Bring your hands down by your hips and turn your head to the side. Breathe deeply as you relax onto the floor. Let your low back relax with each breath. Turn your head to center and bring hands under the shoulders. Press yourself up to hands and knees and come to seated. Extend your legs straight forward into staff pose. Sitting in staff pose, flex your toes toward the sky to engage your legs. Inhale, raise the arms up, and exhale, hinge forward to a forward fold, reaching your hands out to grab your feet or ankles. If you would like more support in your forward fold, grab your strap. Place it around the balls of your feet, with each end of the strap in your hands. Inhale and lengthen out through your spine, feeling your back nice and flat. Exhale, draw the chest toward the toes as you pull on the strap. Keep flexing the toes toward the sky. Walk your hands a little further down the strap and draw your heart toward the toes. Relax a little more with every exhale. Release your strap, setting it off to the side. From staff pose, bend your knees and scoot your hips forward so you can lie down flat on your back. Make sure you have a block near you for our next pose. Begin to bend the knees, bringing the knees over the chest. Place your block between the knees and squeeze the thighs around the block. Bring your arms down to the floor in a T position. Exhale, lower the knees down to the right until they are resting on the ground. Turn your head to the left. Feel both shoulders melting onto the mat. And feel the support of the block between your knees. Listen to your gentle breath and let your belly and back relax into the twist. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Exhale, lower your knees down to the left until they are resting on the ground. Turn your head to the right and soften both shoulders to the floor. Relax your inner thighs and feel the support of the block. Take a few gentle breaths and let your belly and back relax completely into the twist. Inhale, draw the knees back to center. Remove your block from between your knees. Extend the legs out and bring your block down to the side. Take a deep breath, lying flat on your back. Next, we will prepare for plow pose. Lift your legs straight up in the air and roll the hips into the air, bringing the toes overhead. Try to bring your hips over the shoulders and your toes to the floor. Bend your elbows, supporting the low back with your hands. If you would like more support in this pose, grab your block and place it just under your shoulder blades. Bring it to the lowest height so your mid-back rests on the edge of the block. From there, your toes will hover off the ground, and your arms will rest flat on the mat with palms facing down. Let your back rest comfortably on the block. Close your eyes and slow down your breath. Lift the chin slightly and relax your collarbones down. Remove the block from behind your back and slowly roll down to the floor, one vertebra at a time. Extend your legs all the way out on the ground and prepare for final relaxation, Shavasana. Let the feet fall open naturally as the legs relax. Turn the palms to face the sky so the shoulder blades are flat on the ground. Tuck your chin slightly to extend the back of the neck and close your eyes. Take a few long, slow breaths and imagine drawing the breath in through the crown of your head and filling your whole body from head to toe. As you exhale, imagine this breath washing out through your feet and toes. Again, inhale, imagine drawing this breath in through the crown of your head and filling every cell of your body. Exhale, let the breath wash through you and out your toes, cleansing and clearing you. One more time, inhale this breath in through your crown, filling your entire body. Exhale, release the breath out through your feet. And start to relax deeply, settling into this moment. Letting your skin feel soft, your muscles feel relaxed, and your bones feel heavy. Let your breath just be natural and easy. In your mind, you can float away to your favorite, most beautiful place and enjoy the next few moments in deep relaxation. Thank you for practicing this daily yoga video. Namaste.